Madden self-limit is not
Excitement, well, we got that in abundance as this Pro Bowl is underway from Orlando, Florida. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Okay, that's just...
They'll run with the Rams' Todd Gurley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Ready. 95-56.
Okay. I'm not used to this.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
It's caught. Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. NFC South to NFC South. Breeze to Julio Jones for a first down. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Caught by the tight end Ertz.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out. Where the blitz was coming from and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Here's a carry for Saquon Barkley and the Giants. And Barkley did not get there. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leverage the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They run with Conner. And he's got some space here.
Thanks.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run it here with the Chargers' Melvin Gordon. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way in for the touchdown. Melvin Gordon.
Hey, I put it on simulation.
42 yards. And the AFC has taken the early lead. So the AFC, remember, of course, they won the last couple years here in Orlando and off to a good start in this one.
Yeah, how about that? The first touchdown of this game, how many more do we expect to see?
Hopefully a lot. I want offense in this ball game.
I don't think there's any question about it. Rarely do you get defensive struggles in the Pro Bowl.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense for the NFC back out there. Well, we can continue to talk Pro Bowl as we go along, but let's talk a little Super Bowl. Super Bowl 53, 1 week from today over in Atlanta. New England taking on the Rams. Time for your Super Bowl prediction, CD. What do you think?
Well, everyone thinks defense when they think the New England Patriots. But in the time that they've had their head coach,
I didn't even do that.
Quarterback Tom Brady, guess what? They're the #1 offensive team in the NFL. And you know the Rams are high flyers as well. So that tells me that this Super Bowl, low scoring. It's going to be a total anomaly. I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of 13-10 final score, going totally opposite what it should be.
Wow, I'm going to completely disagree. I see high scoring, maybe 51-44, something like that. The two punters, Johnny Hecker and Ryan Allen, don't even show up to this one.
Johnny Hecker might throw a touchdown pass because you know the Rams like to fake it when he's on the field. They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
I know Mahomes supposed to be on the team.
Ready? Little lady.
I think it's just gonna have to
Let's put that team on the clock.
On the counter, Gurley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, does it bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward? Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The AFC offense making their way back out, and that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. The drive will start with Connor.
You thought? What?
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Actually...
On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon.
My teammate!
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 3rd down, it's Connor. He's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Let's go.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
Yellow, yellow.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football. and sometimes you're there too soon.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The best play callers in any league know how to break their tendencies. They study themselves, they self-scout, and they realize most of the time
I didn't do
you
that.
don't call a draw play on 1st and 10.
I never done that.
Every so often you insert that play just to make the defense think, even if it's not successful. Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Mahomes now to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Almost an interception there defensively. Instead, it brings up 4th.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Tariq Cohen of the Bears back deep for the NFC.
I didn't even do that.
Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Now.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
You gotta be right.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
After this, I'm gonna do some practicing.
The AFC offense now set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the 1st half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done.
Yes,
they're going to make
that's what I'm
talking
about.
Guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
Adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the...
There goes Melvin Gordon. And touchdown. Melvin Gordon. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the AFC adds on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them?
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film when those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Now the NFC heading out for their first drive of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Defensive one, I'm going back.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35.
He's like, all right, remember that.
Breeze to Ertz for the NFC first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Breeze going to come up
that
here,
wasn't
1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Here's Gurley, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Again they run with Gurley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of 1, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th.
The screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the NFC. This is taken at about the 14. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Jarvis Landry past the 20. Touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 76 yards. And the AFC is able to widen their advantage. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Breeze and the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Breeze now to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. 6 yards on the pickup, and they'll make it 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Breeze going to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play that time on the catch and run. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Breeze now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Breeze to throw again. Looking left sideline, incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Breeze again. Ertz over the middle. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's the NFC with the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Breeze now. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Throwing now is Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And down inside the 15 he goes. Here's Breeze. Julio Jones there to make the grab. And the NFC able to cut into that lead.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Rosas good with the extra point. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's finished off by an NFC touchdown.
Like it is a dish. Okay, go dash my bitch. I said, okay, bitch, I hit it. Then I hit it over the floor. And like that pussy ass to the floor.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be secured by the AFC.
Ooh,
they knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They go play action here on 1st down. And a little floater there is incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Now.
They run the counter. Connor. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
So they know I'm running.
Again, it's Connor.
But they don't know.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their 2nd, as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And how about this, a fake? But he will not make the first down marker.
I'm getting something to eat.